Okay, let's dive right in. We're going to break down a really fascinating technique today, one that could completely change how you approach memorizing the Quran. We're talking about a method that promises to take what can be a slow, sometimes frustrating task and turn it into something fast, engaging, and way more effective. So if you're ready to unlock a new way to connect with the Quran, you're in the right place. So let me just start with this question. What if you could tap into a secret, a method used by scholars and serious high achievers to just absorb information like a sponge? A technique that doesn't just speed up your memorization, but actually gets rid of the boredom and distraction that trips so many of us up. Well, that's exactly what we're about to unpack.
So what is this big secret to lightning fast memorization? Well, it all boils down to one core skill: speed reading. Now, hold on. This isn't just about zipping your eyes across the page. It's a whole technique that unlocks a new level of focus, comprehension, and, most importantly, retention. To give you some perspective on this, the average person, reads at about 150 words per minute. Speed reading kicks off at 3 times that speed and can go all the way up to 1,500 words per minute, or even more once you get the hang of it. That's a massive, massive leap. And it's all about training your brain to process information the way it's actually built to. So you're probably wondering, how is that even possible? It sounds like magic, but it's not. It's just about understanding the incredible supercomputer you've already got inside your head, your brain. Turns out, our brains are literally designed for high-speed processing. It's our old traditional reading habits that have been holding them back. Let's see how this actually works. Okay, this slide right here is the real game changer. Just look at the difference. Traditional reading, that's mostly a left brain activity. Very logical, very word by word. But speed reading, this engages both sides of your brain. You start seeing whole blocks of text as images and patterns. You're not just reading words anymore. You're tapping into your right brain's incredible processing power. And that is what creates that laser focus and rock-solid retention. Here's a brilliant way to think about it. Your eye doesn't actually read in the way we think it does. It's more like a high-speed camera, just snapping pictures of the text and sending those images straight to your brain to be processed instantly. See, your eye isn't the slow part. It's the method, the one word at a time thing we were all taught in school. That's the bottleneck. And this is the wow moment. Get this. Your eye-brain connection can theoretically handle up to 30,000 words a minute. 30,000! You know why your mind wanders when you read slowly? It's simple. Your brain is bored. It's like having a supercar and being forced to drive it in a school zone. When you feed it information faster, it doesn't have time to get distracted. It has no choice but to lock in and focus. So the key takeaway here is that this isn't just about speed for the sake of speed. The benefits are huge. When you train this way, it organizes your mind, it wakes up your brain, it seriously improves your memory, it even makes you better with language, and of course the big one for memorization, it dramatically cranks up your focus. All right, I need you to brace yourself for this next part, because this is a claim from the source that sounds almost impossible. The person presenting this method says that they and their students got to a point where they could read all of Surah al-Baqarah, the longest chapter in the entire Quran, in just 5 minutes. I know, right? That's the kind of result that makes you immediately go, okay, forget the theory, how do I actually do this? And that's exactly where we're going. Now that we get the what and the why, let's get into the how. We're going to break down the practical, actionable exercise that you can literally start doing today. And you know what? It's way simpler than you'd probably think. Okay, here's the game plan broken down into 3 super simple steps. First, you're going to set a timer for 60 minutes. For that hour, your only job is to read silently, as fast as you possibly can. No noise, just pure focus on the page. Step 2, when that timer goes off, write down how many pages you read. That's your benchmark. That's your starting line. Then, for step 3, over the next few days, you start cutting that time down. First to 30 minutes, then to 15. The real challenge is to try and read the same number of pages, or even more, in less time. Now, to really make this work, there are a few golden rules you've got to follow. First, and this is crucial, it has to be totally silent. No whispering, no moving your lips, that all just slows you right back down to your old speed. Second, the source is really clear on this. Use a physical paper Quran. A screen won't work the same way. The clean, consistent layout of a Medina Mus'haf is pretty much perfect for this. And finally, please, don't get discouraged if the first day feels weird or difficult. That's totally normal. It just means you're breaking old, slow habits and building new, faster pathways in your brain. And the source really hammers this point home. While the results sound pretty incredible, they are absolutely achievable. This isn't some special gift that only a few people are born with. It's all about training, about unlocking a potential that is already sitting right there, inside your own mind.
And this is just the perfect way to think about it. Your brain is a muscle, and just like any other muscle in your body, it gets stronger, faster, and more efficient when you give it the right workout. And in this case, that fast-paced, super-focused reading, that's its high-intensity workout. It's a skill you build day by day with practice. So, to wrap everything up, the source leaves us with a fun little way to get your mind firing on all cylinders. You know, solving riddles is a fantastic way to warm up your brain's ability to see patterns. So let's end this explainer with a bit of a challenge. Here we go. It's a clever little riddle to get you thinking. What is found in the Quran once, in a minute twice, but is never found in an hour? Just think about it for a second. The answer is hiding right there in the words themselves. It's a perfect final thought, really, about how we process language and patterns, which is what this whole speed reading thing is all about. So what do you think the answer is?